Good morning, Nigeria. It's the breakfast show on TSL Nigeria TV, where we have news on politics, sports, entertainment, and so much more. Did you know that we also have feature stories where we talk about nothing but everything? It's the breakfast show on TSL Nigeria TV.
Welcome to the breakfast show on TSL Nigeria TV. I'm Adriel Omoigedi, and today with me are my beautiful ladies. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I'm Joyce
really good.
Blessing Hansen. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Alright, so did you guys have any eventful thing happen to you this morning? Because I was almost late for work.
I feel like you're attacking me personally.
Like the time was just too fast.
I stood on the road for a while. At the point I started asking myself, something happening, why can't I get transport?
It be like that sometimes. I had a crazy morning myself. I'm not sure I want to speak about it because I still have PTSD.
Okay.
From it.
Alright, we're going straight to the newspaper this morning, and with me here is the Guardian for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019. The news here says CAN wants religious balance in 9th National Assembly leadership. Saraki gives clue on election of principal officers in legislature. Senate condemns alleged diversion of 42 billion to private firm. You see this news on page 6 of your Guardian newspaper. And we have a picture story here. It says Speaker of House of Representatives Yakubu Dongora on the left, Senate President Abubakar Bukola Saraki, and former Speaker Gali Umar Naaba during the opening of the orientation program for the newly elected members of the 9th National Assembly in Abuja yesterday. And then another one says Fasiro's legacy worthy of emulation, says Abode and others. Lagos history incomplete without the late hero. You see this news on page 6. Obasanjo meets Southwest PDP leaders task party on reorientation. News on page 8. Okorocha meets Buhari, blames Oshomole for APC's woes. You see that on page 8 also. Alright, for sports, you see Don't Abandon My Son, Sam Okwaraji's mother tells federal government. Alright, that will be all for the Guardian newspaper today. For more news, please visit your local vendors and get the Guardian newspaper. Alright, Joyce, what do you have for us?
I have the Vanguard for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019. The major story, Rivers. Wike APC AAC fire INEC as collation resumes. Stop military participation. Wike predetermined to win APC. INEC biased Awara AAC candidate. You can find the full story on page 12. And for our photo story, we have the unveiling of the new Access Bank logo. From left, we have Mr. Roosevelt Ogbonna, Group Deputy Managing Director, Access Bank PLC. We have Mr. Pascal Dozier, Pioneer Founder, Diamond Bank PLC. Mr. Herbert Wigwe, Group Managing Director, Access Bank PLC. His Royal Highness Alhaji Muhammadu Sanusi II, MI of Kanu. Mr. Uzoma Dozier, Pioneer Managing Director, Diamond Bank PLC. Mr. Agboje AIG Imekwede, former MD, Access Bank PLC. Alhaji Aliko Dangote, President, Dangote Group, and His Excellency Ibrahim Dakwambo, Governor of Gombe State, at the formal launch and the unveiling of the new Access Bank logo in Lagos on Sunday. The photo was provided by Akeem Salau. Still in the news, CCC trial. I drove Onohen to CCB to submit access declaration forms, a witness. You can find this on page 8. Stop using core members as ad hoc staff. Stakeholders tell INEC. You can find this on page 15. Also, 5 IPOB members arrested for attacking police station in Anambra. You can find this on page 34. In sports news, Messi is not God. Pope Francis tells Baka facts. You can find the details inside. I want to know the backstory to this one. And for more information, Get your copy of your daily Vanguard for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019 from your local vendor.
Alright, let's see what you have.
Okay, from the Nigerian Tribune for Tuesday, 2nd April 2019, we have Okorocha in Aso Rock accuses Oshomole of jeopardizing APC's chances. Okay, we have that's on page 4, and we have Obasanjo to PDP. Purge yourself of hypocrites, bad eggs. Page 3. Accuses some members of being after their pockets and stomachs. Restates that Atiku is better than Buhari.
Okay.
Okay. We have Sambisa Forest will be turned into Ecosystem Resource Center. Page 2. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, and we have a picture story of the successful merger of Access Bank and Diamond Bank. Okay, from the left, we have Director of Access Bank PLC, Ajorishidere Awosika, CEO, Nigerian Stock Exchange. And then we have Oscar Onyema, the GMD and CEO of Access Bank PLC, Abat Wigwe. We have Group Deputy Managing Director, Roosevelt Ogbonna. And we have the Executive Director, Personal Banking, Victor Etoku, and the Executive Director, Risk Management, Greg Jebome. Okay, during the closing gong ceremony in commemoration of the successful merger of Access Bank PLC and Diamond Bank listing of the 15 billion corporate green bond at the NSE headquarters, Lagos. Okay, and that's we have Onogen opens the fence. Witness tenders receipt for 2010 Assets Declaration Form as Tribunal Sopones CCB staff. That's on page 35. Okay, we have the same Access Bank lists 15 billion green bond on the FMDQ NSC platforms. Okay, that's on page 10. And we have suspected policemen who killed football watching youth arrested. That's better. Page 31. That's on page 31. They need to be like, I don't understand why.
I need them prosecuted, not just arrested. I need them prosecuted. We need to find a way to set an example.
Yes, because it's getting too much. Yes, very, very much.
It just begs you, just make you think, how much is your life worth in Nigeria?
They just do what they want and then go scot-free. So I'm so happy they're being arrested over this. Okay, for more information on the Nigerian Tribune, go to the local vendors and get the newspaper.
Alright, Joyce, you have one more.
Yes, finally, the Nigerian Observer. There's a news here that caught my eye and I need to tell you guys. I'm just going to start with it. Perspective, you can find this on page 18 and 27. What happens to your body when you die in a plane crash? In case you were looking to find out. You can find it in the news today. And then we have AG Governor orders partial shutdown of secondary schools. This is acting governor. He orders partial shutdown of secondary schools due to cultism. Also, we have the Edo Assembly tasked government on reconstruction of Ole Bridge. You can find this on page 2. And also we have Edo GIS to deploy data for resolving land boundary issues. Continues on page 2 as well. And we have IFC more support structures for SMEs in Edo State. And okay, we have this for HIV messages. Testing positive is not the end of the world. It gives the courage to fight HIV. If you want to get some more information, visit your local vendor and grab today's copy for Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019 of the Nigerian Observer. And I'm going to wrap it up with the Mr. and Mrs. And today's one is close to my heart. I swear.
Okay, let's hear.
So Mr. says, wow, you're looking radiant, dear. You were down with flu a while ago. Which medicine did the magic? And then Mrs. says, I got a bank alert of 200,000 naira and the flew.
It's enough to fly.
I mean, if I had the flu and I got 200,000 naira, odds are it will also fly.
Yes, definitely.
You like money.
Fam, who doesn't like money?
Answer the question.
Alright, that's it for the newspaper reviews this morning. And when we return, we're talking about a very interesting topic. What is a wife material? We're going to short break now, and when we return, we'll have a discussion.
Bye. to The Breakfast Show on TSL Nigeria TV. My name is Joyce Jukes, and this morning you'll be joining us on a wonderful conversation. In times before now, the criteria for being a good wife material were pretty basic. All the woman had to do was be a good cook, know how to clean, know how to take care of the children, and have food ready for her husband as soon as he comes home from work by, say, 6 p.m. In our day and time, things have pretty changed, and this morning we'll be finding out really what we need to do, or what women need to do, and if they need to do it to be a true wife material. Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Good morning.
How are you guys feeling? I have Mr. Clem here this morning. How are you doing? Cool. I love your beard.
Thank you.
The grey image just makes it extra.
Thank you.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's not grey. It's natural.
So I'll just throw the first question to the house. Everybody, it's open for everyone. What is a wife material?
Okay. Wife material. You know, normally the word wife material 100 yards, right? Okay, a wife material expected to be docile, expected to be submissive, expected to let the man run the show.
Okay.
Okay, so wife materials, living yourself, living your identity, and then following the man. That's what they expect us to do now, right?
I don't know why you're asking me that. Okay, Andrea, what do you think? What is a wife material?
Okay, a wife material for me it's just having the things that make you a good woman, that will make you a good wife in the house. So all the prerequisites, all the do's and don'ts, you have to be a good cook, you have to clean the house, everything that makes you a good woman to make you a good wife in the house.
Mr. Clem, I mean, it was only right for us to have a man's perspective on something like this. Mr. Clem, what is a wife material?
Wife material. But I want to start, to me, I want to start by saying, have it in mind that there is no one woman, one woman that have the attributes of a wife material.
Okay.
But because when I was going through this topic and I said, what am I going to come up with and all that, I was like, I have a lot to say about that, which I jot down here, which I want to say here.
Wife material.
Wife material, yes.
Okay.
So, a woman who value and respect my opinion.
Why your opinion?
Then I have a lot,
Let's
but if you want me to list them out first.
Okay, little by little we'll get there.
Then a woman who shares my value.
Okay.
An ambition woman. I would really love to have a go getter as a woman.
Okay.
A woman who can admit her mistakes.
Okay.
A woman with high self-confidence. For me, I think that is what I...
Okay. Amazing. Okay, now, before now, when people have conversations for, wife materials, there's wife materials that. And now, in this day and age where we have, something called the modern woman that doesn't want to be stuck in the kitchen, that wants to also be a provider, wants to bring money to the house. Do you think in this day and time, the idea of a woman pursuing the ideals of a wife material is a good idea? The whole leaving your personality behind and all that jazz.
I wonder why it's like that for the women. Why is it not like that for men? Why can't they do it for us? Why can't they live their own career for us?
Okay.
That's the problem. It's always a one man or a man's world, and I hate to hear that man's world. It's meant to be for both parties. If I'm a wife material, okay, you want me to leave, you want me to do some certain things, to live some certain lifestyle just to please you, and then you should be able to do the same thing for me as well. Yes, no.
Yeah.
Adriel, do you think we should still struggle to be wife materials in the idea that you be home to cook, take care of the children, be an expert cleaner, all those wonderful things?
Clean his shoes.
Alright, well for me, I believe that it's a two-sided thing.
Okay.
If I should work to be a wife material, then you should also
to be a husband
material. Because we are both going to be in a marriage. I'm not the only one in a marriage, so I expect you to be involved one way or the other.
Yes.
And not just the whole cliche thing of saying you're the man of the house, you went to do work and then you have to be breadwinner. No, we work together because times have changed. We have evolved.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And one of the things that is constant for us is that we have grown, and we have to see that times have changed, and that now it's not just about us as women building ourselves to be the perfect wife. Men have to also work on themselves. So yes, will I work on myself to be a good wife? Yes. But do I expect the man I want to marry to also
work on
be
himself?
A husband material? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, since we're on husband material, we're gonna have to explain what that is. Remember, guys, you can send in your comments to TSL Nigeria TV on your thoughts on this conversation. I will be reading each and every comment. Blessing Hansen, you're the one going for husband material, serious. So I'm assuming that you have an idea of your husband material in your head, and you want to tell us.
Yes.
Okay.
Husband material. We have to do it 50-50. Yes, because I don't want, like, those days, my parents' time, my mom will have to be the one cleaning.
Wow, parent slander.
Be the one cooking, being the one taking care of the children. It's supposed to be 2 ways. Okay, if I'm tired, what happens? The man will be like, oh, I've been working, what have you been doing since morning? It doesn't work that way. I want us to be a party, like a team. If I'm the one cleaning, it should be the one, okay, let me take care of the children.
Okay.
If I'm the one, okay, cooking, you should be at least to assist in doing something, not just leaving it for the woman alone, and the woman will just turn into serious housewife. She doesn't have a life. It doesn't work that way.
Okay, but what are the odds when she's actually a housewife? Because people try to pretend that being a full-time housewife is not a job. It's a very huge job.
Are they paying?
Time-consuming.
Are they paying?
Responsibility. It's a huge responsibility having to cook, clean, take care of all the children, make sure the home is in order. As much as I am in support of the career woman, I am a career woman myself.
Okay.
But I feel like we shouldn't talk down on the responsibility of the housewife because it's a huge responsibility.
Yes.
So I'm asking you now, on the off chance that, you know, daddy is the sole provider, he has to go to work every morning, come back really late and all that stuff, should he still partake in sharing the duties when the woman is a full-time housewife?
Okay, if she's a full-time housewife, that's her choice.
Okay.
Because why would I want to be a full-time housewife when I can also contribute? I don't want to be a liability, because to get to a point, the man will start nagging. Like, I'm always the one working, what have you been doing? I don't want to be a full-time housewife. So for a full-time housewife, sorry. it's your job. So it's not like, okay, fine, you're a full-time housewife, does not mean the husband should not at least help out. Okay. Just show that concern. Like, as she has been working since morning, she has been doing so much, taking care of the children, doing the school runs and all that. You come back, at least that encouragement, that, oh baby, you've been working so hard. Like, oh,
let him take it up from here.
Yes,
after he left the house
even if he left the house 6 o'clock in the morning, okay. Is it not the system he has been with? What is he doing? What am I not doing? Yeah, it's the same thing. So if I'm working, at least just show that concern, show that love. Like, okay, you've been working, it's time to rest. Just
let me take over from here.
Not taking over completely, but at least just doing something, contributing.
Okay, so Adrian, you were going to go for something.
I was going to ask Mr. Clem actually, because he's the man. So, Mr. Clem, I want you to talk about the fact that women, what do you think about the woman who stays at home as a wife? Like Bibi said,
what is the idea of a full-time housewife to you? What do you feel about that?
Housewife? Would you do a full-time housewife? What do you think?
Well, full-time housewife. Well, we are in a new, we are in
modern time.
Modern age whereby things have changed. You know, living our life these days, we should not be living a life that our parents lived. You know, you understand? Now, there's no man in this modern time that will tell you want a wife to be at home taking care of the children.
There's no man.
I am telling you.
They say the words, my wife cannot work.
I can take care of her.
I can take care of my wife. My wife cannot work.
So what happens in the raining day? We're not saying, okay, what happens if he loses his job? What will happen? They can't take care of the children.
I'm not the one that said it.
I think the reason why those men don't want their wife to, you know, work in an establishment is because maybe they have this fear of maybe something happens. They may be in the office, something like that. You know, maybe she doesn't want the wife to be saying sa 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 in a place like that, or probably that fear of probably my wife she's too beautiful. I don't know what will happen, if she's walking. But normally
insecurity.
Yes, but I think it's good for a lady or for a wife, for a woman to walk,
yes,
to support the family, because it will come to a time that the man loses his job. What happens?
That is it.
Do you get? So I think it's good for both parties to work and and for the family.
Okay, but now we find ourselves in a dire situation in this day and time. Now we've noticed that a lot of times when a woman that has been a career woman her entire life, she went to school, she got her degree, she's been planning her entire life what she wants to do, she's been climbing the career ladder, she's doing really, really well, and then she gets married and she finds herself in a position where she may have to step down to be more focused, because we find that in homes these days, like not even these days, generally, the woman is usually the primary caregiver.
Yeah, true.
So irrespective of whether she's married, whether the man has a big paying job or not, odds are the woman may have to step back and do more at home. So what do you guys think about that in perspective of the woman's life? A career woman has had to build her career to a certain stage, and because of marriage, she has to step down.
Yeah.
Do you think that women should do that?
That's the same thing I'm saying, that it's quite unfair, because why would I be the one to, fine, we are the caregivers, we're the caretakers or whatever, we do that, okay? But the situation where I'm a career woman, I'm doing well, I'm about to climb higher, and then I want to get married, and my husband tells me, you just have to cut it down. He's being selfish. To me, that's just it. He's being selfish. Why don't we talk about it before you get into a marriage, before you even meet a man? You should be able to differentiate that, okay, this man is the kind of man that will support me, or is the kind of man that will tell me, no, it's so bossy that, those kind of things. So if you meet such men, you should be the one to tell yourself, I can live with this, I want to step down, you get. So if I'm meeting a man and the man is not supportive, I cannot kill myself.
Okay, let's put you on the pedestal now. You and Mr. Clem have been dating. You guys work in the bank.
Okay.
I'm using the bank because of the long hours. In the bank.
True.
And then you guys get married, and then the first baby is coming. You've given your maternity leave, and it's time to get back in the work. You guys earn the exact same amount of money.
Okay.
Would you say that he should step down?
No, I'm pregnant now. That's
I'm saying that you've had your children now.
Okay,
You're supposed to resume work.
Okay.
And the hours you put in the bank.
Okay.
Would you say that because of support, he should be the one to quit his job, and so you can be the sole provider?
That's quite. I don't know. Okay, but to be real, I just have to think about it. We just have to talk about it, and then I have to just take care of the children. But that doesn't mean I just have to stop totally. I could do something else apart from like doing the bank work. I could get something else doing instead of just.
You can actually do the bank work. What stops you from still?
No, because the time frame.
Listen, when you come into agreement with your partner, fine, you can actually let's get a nanny. After they will give you your
nannies are not so would I say reliable, because there are situations where you give your baby.
That is the job of a nanny, though.
Fine, but
you're not there.
Yeah, exactly.
But we see situations.
So wait to blessing. You don't want a nanny. You want to keep. You want everybody to go to work.
Like if okay, fine, I could give my baby to the nanny, but not so like I would just totally give.
Nobody told you.
No, not totally.
They be like coming back late from work, and then the nanny stays with my child throughout. Okay, probably the child gets to a certain age, and then I don't have that. The child needs my attention.
See,
I'm always busy.
Most offices give only 3 months at most for maternity leave.
Okay.
So you're saying that. How do you want to take the baby to work?
No, you're saying if the children now they've grown up,
they're
right?
not grown up. 3 months old baby.
3 months old. Then
and you're a career woman.
Definitely, that 3 months.
Take the baby to
work. I can now, can't I?
To the bank.
Yes. Except I have that position. Yes, except I have that position where I would
say something.
Okay, I'm going to cut in here because first of all, we're talking about wife material. What makes you a wife material?
Yes.
So the question I would like to ask Mr. Clem is, would you marry a career woman? Because these days times have evolved, and you know, you'll be at work, your wife will be at work. But just before you answer the question, I would like to say that for career women, there is always a way to create a balance.
Exactly.
You know, I know people who have serious careers, but they have time for their families.
Definitely.
The issue here is you need to learn how to balance
Manage
things out.
time, yeah.
Manage time. Then you need to be able to have someone you can trust to leave your child with.
Your
Now,
nanny.
let's not even start beginning to think of just Nigeria.
Yes.
Because you're dealing. What if you go abroad as a Nigerian and your
You're
systems?
working, yeah.
You
different
understand? In the Western world, it's quite different from the way we see things here. You can still just leave your baby with a nanny, but when you travel out of the country, it's a totally different case.
Out of the country, you have to leave your child with a nanny still.
I know,
Yes.
but it's a totally
You could be
different
arrested
case.
if you don't.
There are certain things you need to do in order to make sure you have to come at a particular time. You can't just leave your child. Do you understand? There's a way to do it. So I think it comes to time balancing. So back to wife materials. Would you marry? Would you
A career
categorize
woman.
a career woman as a wife material?
Yes.
You will.
Yes.
Why?
Because, like I said, we are in a modern time.
He needs this woman to bring money.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that is it. You have to work and have to work. Because when you leave the load for the man alone, then
He'll break down
it will break down sometime. Are you getting it now? So it needs to carry on. So I think I would prefer a career woman
than just housewife.
I have a question from someone. Dominio Okeke says, I have a question for Mr. Clement. What qualities would he see in a woman to say that a woman is a wife material?
What quality? A lot. When we're talking about quality, I don't understand what you mean by quality.
Quality is things that you look out for in a woman. Before you now say, this one, like for example,
You know, we did a lot of research previously, and all the lists, both the ones that were joking and the ones that were serious, they kept saying she must know how to cook.
That is it. The way
I think I start by saying I listed the kind of woman I want to be with.
Okay.
I think I have to list that again for Dominion to get to understand. I said a woman who value and respects my opinion. Okay. Then I also said a woman who shares my values.
Okay.
An ambitious woman. And like I said I'm going to get I'd rather go for a
career woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Then a woman who can admit her mistakes, you know, and a woman with high self-confidence. Okay, these are the things I think I will need for.
But these just sound like personal qualities to me. Those are just personal qualities. And I want to hear the what is the word I'm looking for?
Listen, we're talking about cooking.
A woman that will not argue with
can wash your
A
clothes.
woman that can wash with hand, not machine. A woman that can cook. While she's cooking, she's doing homework all the time.
And she's doing baby diaper and all that.
You understand?
These are basic. Can I say something here? These are basic things. These are basic things that a woman should do. You know, yes, she should know how to cook. It doesn't mean, even though the woman doesn't know how to cook, I can still.
Are you sure?
Why not? Why not?
So who will cook?
Why not? I can cook. Why can't I cook?
Okay.
So what's there? Okay, so it's far beyond cooking. It's far beyond talking to your mother-in-law, whatever. It's far beyond. Like I said, we are in a new era. Things are changing.
Speaking of this new era,
because those days will tell you that you are coming to the home. You're not coming just for the man. You're coming for the family. It's far beyond that.
You're marrying the family.
It's far beyond that. Yes, it's just between you and your husband or you and your wife. Because let me just tell you, there's nothing like love, rather. It's just understanding between both parties. You get so whatever happens within you and your wife or it happens and it dies there. Yes, my business. Okay. It dies there.
Now let's show this a final question before we call it a day. Now, normally growing up, you notice that as much as our families try to instill the same values into us, you notice that sometimes the boy child might be raised a little differently than the girl child. You hear things being said to the girl like, who will marry you with the way you've been? Like, you can't do it, you've not had your shower today, dirty girl, you will not see husband though. And you know, it goes constantly like that, and then girls are raised having to feel like their whole life's worth is dependent on whether or not they can secure a husband. Yes. So what do you think we should do about this? Is this the way children should be brought up? Women should be calculated and molded in a way that they should be ready to find the husband. And then even when they've had so many career achievements, you see a woman that she's done so much on her 30th birthday, and you know, she's saying, I'm now the MD of this company, I just bought my new, you know, SUV, and I'm so happy, happy birthday to me. And then on that, you now see, if only you are just married now, but you're trying, you know. What do we do to change that mindset? Our final question.
Okay, I'd like to say that what parents should do, or what, as usual, it's really the mother that puts that pressure on the children, is that they should understand that both the boy and the girl are both going to have families one day, and they should both be trained to
the same way
to handle a family. The boy should be able to, the boy should be taught that he needs to be responsible, and he has to be responsible for not just himself, literally, for his wife and his children,
yeah.
Exactly.
And then even extended families as he grows older. So that needs to be created in balance. A girl should be taught that she has to understand the family, because the truth of the matter is, like it or not, the society has put women in a place where we have to take care of
in a box, yeah.
So yes, we will learn how to take care of the home, but even more so, let the boys be taught, because they are the ones that have the bigger responsibilities, even in marriage.
Than us.
Do you understand?
I think it's equal responsibility, but blessing.
Okay, I think it's the parents training, yes. Like parents of those days, they feel okay, the ladies, they're the ones that have to go to the farms. They're the ones that have to do this, do the cleaning, do everything, while the men, they are the ones supposed to go to school. So most times, most young girls, they didn't really go to school. They were taught how to do domestic chores and all that. So it's upbringing. Train your children, both the boy and the girl, to live responsibly, to have that responsibility, take care of your home. It shouldn't be just the man, the woman alone doing all those stuff. You also should have responsibilities to accept things and do the right thing.
And finally, Mr. Clemmer, closing with you.
Well, they say charity begins at home. So you should train your children the way, if you can spend your last dime on them to give them best quality education, then, you know, teach them the right thing. I think the earth will be their limit. The sky will be their limit.
The sky will be their limit, or even the starting point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Clem. Really excited to have you on set.
Thank
and
you.
You know why? You know, we've been, you know, but you're here now. We're so happy. Thank you so much, Adrian. It's always a joy being on the show with you. Blessing Hansen, looking like a bag of money.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for welcoming us into your home and your heart. We'll be here again tomorrow by 9 o'clock. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, thank you for having this conversation with us. We'll be here again tomorrow. My name is Joyce Chooks. Do not forget to follow us on all our socials: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at TSL Nigeria TV. And if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, TSL Nigeria TV, have yourself a lovely Tuesday. Good morning.
Good morning.